Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Stuti Shukla. So I've been associated with QHHT and Jitendra ji since last 5 months. And since the time I joined this group, beautiful things, miraculous thing, I would say very mystical and very beautiful things started happening to me. I saw a lot of differences, needless to say. And there was a lot of improvement in, spiritual level, elevation, everything. So recently, like one week back, something happened to me that I'm still mesmerized. As much as I think about it, I get more mesmerized thinking about it because this is something which is very divine, very mystical, and I can only call it a miracle, nothing less than that. So I had one of those sessions. I have had like 5, 6 sessions with Jitendra Garu so far, and each session is really beautiful. And in one of those session I saw like my one of my life, and basically it was associated with Sri Krishna. And I was given an instruction to go to Vrindavan, and I was told that I'll receive something there, and beautiful things would happen. And actually I saw the place where I had to go in Vrindavan. They had just told me that I need to go to Vrindavan, and then they showed me the place where exactly I needed to go. And when I came out of the session, I told Jitendra ji, because I am a doctor, I am a very logical and scientific person, I am like firm believer of medical science. No doubt I am a firm believer of spirituality, but sometimes your left brain works too much, you're too logical. So I told Jitendra Garu, Jitendra ji, today I made up a very beautiful story. मैंने खूब लंबा लंबा डींगे हाकी है और खूब फेंका है स्टोरी में. So he was like, Madam, you have undergone so many sessions, and sometimes you still don't believe it. That's very surprising. I said, Jitendra Garu, how can this be true? Like, because whatever I had received in instruction and messages, whatever past life I had seen, it was a very, very, very elevated kind of a past life. And I said, do you think a new normal human being can have this kind of past life? And I, had so many doubts and all those things, but somehow I knew that whatever has been come in the session must definitely be true, because I had past experiences with QHHT sessions and everything used to be true. But then this was a very elevated life, so which is why I was thinking about it. But nonetheless, I had my firm belief that it's true. But I was just waiting for the miracle to happen. And then 1 month passed, and I was just thinking that I need to go to Vrindavan. So many things happening, and because I have a very busy schedule, I was not able to make to Vrindavan. And one day I thought, Jitendra ji is very good in making everyone of us follow the instruction, which is very important. Sometimes we feel that he is very pushy, but it's very important, because then only we'll get the best benefits out of the instructions and the sessions. And he tried to tell me many times, he tried to convince me, although I was very interested, but somehow we get into the busy lifestyle and professional work that we hardly get time for it. She told me once, Madam, wo kar lijiye na, that is very important, that is very needed. And that day I sat and just prayed to God that God, I just want to go to Vrindavan, make this happen, I'm just waiting for it. Now 2 days I just thought about it, and 2 days later, an email comes to me that you have been selected for an award in Delhi, and you will be receiving an award from Jaya Pradaji, who's member of Parliament and Indian film actress. And I was so happy that I was not happy just because of the award. Of course, I was happy about it, but more than that, because I would definitely go to Vrindavan. Being in Delhi, of course, it's 2, 3 hours away. So I was very happy that I was finally going to Vrindavan. So actually, this was the way to go to Vrindavan. Award was just like, for me to reach to Vrindavan. Now, when I reached to Vrindavan, I was just, I messaged Jitendra Garu that I have received the thing that I had to receive in Vrindavan, what was told to me in the instruction. Somebody came and gave me the book that I had seen in the session. And now I'm waiting to see that place. I'm just too excited, and I hope that the place is as much as I saw in the session. And with I had full confidence, but I had very little hopes. I just wanted to be very balanced. And now when I visit somebody took me to one place. They said that their saints live, and संत हैं, बहुत महापुरुष है, वहां चलिए आप. और मैं बिना सोचे समझे पूरे दिल के साथ वहां गई. And when I went there, oh my God, it was extraordinary. I mean, I cannot express in my words I cannot, I mean, you would require my eyes to see that place. Oh my God, it was so mesmerizing, so beautiful, beautiful jungle with the deers, peacock roaming around. Such a beautiful saints were doing penance there. They were meditating there. तापस पूरा तापस चल रहा था वहां पर तपस्याएं चल रही थी एंड ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस लश ग्रीन ब्यूटी so many saints. I have never seen a place like this in my life. And the best part was, whatever I had seen in my session in QHHT, exactly same location. Itna similar tha, that was so similar, I tell you, like, they had mentioned about a pond. So they had mentioned that the pond would have few staircases around the pond. And when I went there, I saw that it has staircases only in one side, but the other sides don't have the staircases. So there was a person who was there. I said, "कि और भी कोई pond है क्या जिसमें staircases हैं?" I asked them, and he said, "Madam, can you come near because this pond has staircases in the other sides also." And then when I saw, "Oh my God, so mesmerizing!" I was so astonished that even the pond which I had seen was completely same, the same dimensions, the same staircases, the same. It was like, hardly filled. So that I saw in the session. Here also, it was hardly filled. The peacocks were roaming around, which I had seen in the session. The deers were there around. The mandir was there so much so that, even if we, try to materialize things, it cannot happen. This was only orchestrated by divine souls. That is what my firm belief is. Despite being too logical as a person, I have this firm belief that this can only be orchestrated by the divine souls and God. This is just not possible. So, as a person from the science background, I now can vouch for it. That, like, even science has some limitations, but spirituality is well beyond science. कोई मैं खुद अगर इस चीज को सुनती कुछ दिनों पहले, so it would have been too hard for me to believe also, like how I saw my own session. And when I was seeing the session, I was little hesitated to tell to Jitendra Garu also, honestly speaking. Jitendra Garu, the reason being because whatever I was seeing, it was like very divine. And for me to say कि मेरा भगवान से इतना strong connection है या ये है, तो I mean I was like having a self doubt on myself also कि how can I say all these things to him, what he would be thinking about me, that like I'm doing a lot of ecology or something. But whatever I was seeing in the session, I told him very upfront. And then I contemplated, like, is it too good to be true? How can this happen and all of that? But whatever instructions I had received in the message, and whatever places I've seen in the session, everything was on the point, and it was completely a miracle. That is what I can say. And yes, I feel like all of us can benefit a lot from QHHT sessions. Since the time I have joined, now I have got my validations also. For me, the good thing or bad thing is that I always require validations. And now, because I have got all the validation, there is not like, 0.1% wherein I can say that, it's our assumption or something. It's completely what, divine wants us to do would happen in the QHHT session. To lead a more beautiful and meaningful life, we need to surrender completely. That's what I can say. I always surrender, and I'm surrendering again. Beautiful thing has happened to me. My family also knowing about it is very happy. And like, I have introduced so many people in this QHHT sessions and in this group. And I'm so thankful to Jitendra Garu, Shelja Garu, Madhuri Garu, and all the beautiful souls who are there in the group, because all of us are actually elevating each other. All the people are with great vibrations, high vibrations, and all of us are actually making sure that we vibrate at a much better energy and with more positive energy. So yes, Jitendra Garu and Shelja Garu, my experience is mesmerizing. That's what I can say. And I hope, like, everybody benefit out of the session. It's very important to follow the instruction of the session. That's what I've understood. This was my first experience with the, following the session, because hardly they've given me any instruction in any of those sessions. But this was the first time they told me that I need to go to Vrindavan. And I took it seriously. Jitendra Garu ensured that I follow those instructions and go to Vrindavan. And yes, I've seen the miracles myself. So yes, do meditation and make sure that you follow the instructions which come in your session. I think it's one of the best way to get elevated. That is what I can say. Like we have this methodology, like, we human beings have the tendency to know about what's beyond and what's that. And now we have an opportunity. So obviously nothing better than that. I feel very happy and benefited. And I hope that even others would be able to make sure that they benefit out of it and lead a very beautiful and meaningful life.
Thank you
So
so
this
much.
is this is like we get universal access.
Oh,
Whatever
this is
you
universal access. And Jitendra Garu, honestly speaking, that day, like when I got all those messages, I told you that like I was very hesitated to say what was coming in the messages also, because sometimes we feel, how can this be too true? How, how can I be a saint if I say all these things? Maybe I'm, talking about doing show off or all those things. All these things I had in my head and mind that time telling you, but my God, now I see, like, whatever places I had seen, whatever location, seeing that pond, seeing those deers, peacock, everything around the forest, everything was same. Everything what they see, said in the instructions, what they had said in the session was like bang on 100%, not even 99.9%. जब कोई चीज 100% होती means if I want to replicate something today, I would only be able to do 98%. It can never be 100% until and unless the divine souls are involved with it, the divine energy is involved with it. So I'm so happy. I'm so glad that I got an opportunity, and I can't express my happiness because, few things can't be expressed in words. This is something which you have to experience. It's just divinity and goodness which is involved with it. That's what I can say. Amazing. Like, when you know that. When you know that 100% there is some mystical phenomena which is involved and it's helping you and it's there to guide the entire world, the universe, then of course the kind of happiness, I had never been so happy in my life, I tell you, like, this day is the happiest day of my life. When I went to Vrindavan, that day people would have asked me which is the most happiest day of my life. That was the happiest day of my life, because I got to know that this is universal assist that is helping. When we know that we are, beyond this body, beyond this time, and beyond like the materialistic thing, that is the happiest day of your life, because you are much bigger and much wiser than that. So that's what I can say. This is something that has to be experienced, and it is phenomenal. One day prior, when I was visiting Vrindavan, I messaged Madhuri ji and Jitendra ji that, hey, I'm not able to sleep. What should I do? I'm in euphoria. I'm just I just WhatsApped him. I'm in euphoria. So that 2-3 days I'm in euphoria. Like, I was thinking, I was 100% sure कि कल जाके मुझे वो सारी चीजें दिखने वाली है. पर मैं सोच नहीं रही थी. I was not thinking about it so much. And then when I saw it, my God, I was in euphoria. The people who were with me, I told them कि मुझे ऐसा ऐसा session में आया था, and I'm seeing it. And they were even laughing. They were like, oh, wow, we believe you that whatever had come. And they were like so supportive. They took me to the place. So they were like, mediums to help me, the instrument who took me to that place actually. And then in the session, like after seeing those places, I told Jitendra Garu, I cannot sleep. I'm having that euphoria, like, that kind of happiness, that kind of kick. Like, when I was very happy, I was feeling so much elated about seeing and experiencing this phenomenal things that were happening. So yes, words are not enough to express my happiness with these sessions. That's all I can say. The only thing is, when you witness something like this,
Yes.
your faith increases so much, and then you become an instrument to guide other people also.
Correct.
See, मैंने देखा है, मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है, अब उसके बाद में मैं अपने फैमिली वालों को इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग फेथ के साथ बोल सकती हूँ कि go for it without having a
Yes.
second thought, and they will believe me because they know me, right? That like whatever I'm saying is correct. So what happens, like, of course we know, we have that experience, but once you witness it, of course the faith is there, but then your energy towards all those things, that you have to do this thing, that thing becomes more magnanimous. That's what I can say. Like, it becomes you become an ardent follower of that thing, that it has to be followed, it has to be done.
Correct.
So that's what, like, that is why experiences like this are required for everyone. Without that also we are firm believers, but when things like this happen, the experiences teach you so much more, like, you have that divine energy, you try to capture that divine energy as well. So that is why all these experiences are required in life. That is why spirituality is required in life. Like, I had a, like, last year I suffered from very bad grief, and I was like not able to get out of it. Now I feel like the spiritual energy is helping, healing, and just like, making me more efficient, like 1,000 times more efficient than I was earlier. Even then people used to say that you're very efficient. Now it's like beyond imagination. Even I can't believe that, oh, so much of maturity, so much of wiseness, wow, from where it is coming. It can be a divine, it is only a divine thing. See, we human beings are mechanical beings. We have limitations, like our intelligence, our science, everything has a limitation. But the divinity, the spiritual consciousness, it is something which is beyond this three dimension. It's 5D, 7D for that matter. It's something which is like, the source of happiness and inspiration, which is actually there. We think that we do this, we do that. No, it's not possible actually without the, efforts of the spirituality in life, and with the help of the divinity that is involved. So yes, that is why we need to experience it, because, without experience, even though we believe it, the kind of push that we get towards life and all these things, it becomes more stronger. The belief system becomes very stronger. So which is why I feel more and more people should be able to experience it. That is what I feel. All of us should experience it at some point of time in life.
And the support which we get is like phenomenal. Because
Phenomenal. And Jitendra, especially you have been an instrument to help so many people. I can't express my gratitude towards you, because there are times when we feel so annoyed also, that why we have to follow all these instructions, because we are very busy as professionals. But Jitendra ji ensures that everyone follows all those instructions, and he's 24/7 available for everybody. So I tell him he cannot be a normal human being. God has blessed him in so many ways that he's been an instrument to transform so many lives. So I want that more and more people can benefit through the sessions. And yes, that's what I can say. My best wishes to the entire QHHT group, and like how I have experienced the divinity. May everyone experience it in the same way, and may everyone make the best use of this platform, because this is something very divine actually. It's helping you connect to the divine. So of course, like I feel that it should be able to elevate everyone, and everybody should get the best benefit out of it.
Yeah, why I'm like reiterating, so the basic thing is the two-way communication. Everyone knows like God and all, but we have put as a unreachable object. That's the problem here.
Yes,
That
yes,
is the problem here. So
correct.
here, when we have a two-way communication, this is something like unbelievable or unacceptable for
Unbelievable,
even many people, right? But it is actually something happening.
Jitendra Garu, and one more thing, like, one past life I had seen last year also, before
Yeah.
coming to the QHHT group. Why I need to tell this, because, like, being unbiased, I need to speak about it so that people know that all these things exist. So, seen in Kachipuram 1 year back, like when I was in deep grief and all of that. So, after going to Vrindavan, I visited to Chennai, Pondicherry. I had another award. And then I went to Kachipuram through Chennai, and exactly the same thing, the same. I mean, the first time I was like, very elated, very surprised, very astonished seeing all those places. Now, the second time when I go to Kachipuram, I knew कि ये जगह जो है, ये वाला मंदिर का हवन यहाँ पर होना था. Automatically, the moment I entered the mandir, it was Ekadashi. And अपने आप से बैंड बजने लगे, अपने आप से घंटियां बजने लगी, like कि people were saying कि तुमने पैर रखा और यहाँ पर स्वागत चालू हो गया. And the moment I went inside the temple, I knew ki Havan, it's in this place. Havan Kund is in this place. like, the main garbhagriha of the temple is in this place. So this cannot be ordinary, right? This could not be an ordinary experience. And I was so used to it that I knew that everything I saw in my session would be 100% bang on. I knew where to go, where I knew, like, where the Talghar is, where the Vishnu temple is. Like, I am not from South India, so I hardly know where Kachipuram is, which state it belongs to. I didn't know whether it's in Kerala, Karnataka. I only knew that Kachipuram is famous for its Kachipuram sarees, except that I did not had any idea. Yeah. So when I saw, when the person asked me which city you're residing, I told Kachipuram. And then I described about Kachipuram, and then later I googled about it. The Lord Vishnu lying statue I had seen in one of those sessions. I had seen in the session. So when I went to this temple, I knew where the Lord Vishnu, statues, and I automatically told one person that the statue is very much inside the talab, inside the water. And he gave me a very surprised look, and he asked me, "Madam, how do you know about it?" And I did not say anything to him. And he said, "How do you know?" He thought that maybe, like, I am somebody who's trying to, get to know about the secrets or something, because how else would a person know? Because even only the pujaris and the people who are very well connected to the temple know about it. So, I mean, all these things I automatically told them. So how is it even possible that you know about so much about the temple, and so much where the Ghar is, where is the Havan Kund, all these things. So just by, you're going to the place first time in your life. So this is nothing but the divine way of making you feel things, making you feel the goodness that's involved. That's what I can say, Jitendra Garu. Amazing. I hope everyone actually makes the best use of the sessions, and everybody, you know, experience the divinity. Like, having experienced it, I am like still euphoric. Like, whenever I think about it, I get into euphoria. Like, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I used to call my mom, and she used to be like, "Raat ko 2 baje tum soe kyun nahi? Why are you not sleeping?" And I used to be like, I just can't sleep. I'm so happy. I'm in euphoria. And, retrospectively, when what happened, like, after going to that place, I mean, once I did the session, I heard what the audio clip Jitendra Garu sent me, and then I did not get the time before visiting the Vrindavan to hear that audio clip again. Now, after visiting Vrindavan, I tried to listen to the audio clip again, and my God, like, it was 45 minutes clip. Within 25 minutes, I had such big tears in my eyes. I was crying like a crazy person. I called my mom at 3 a.m. and I told her that I'm, feeling very emotional, because whatever was said in the session, it's completely correct, completely true. How can anybody know that beforehand? And how can I, whatever has been said in the session, the same thing happened and same places I'm seeing, how can this be true? I'm like in euphoria, I'm too emotional, and all of that. So can't express it. I'm still in euphoria. I still get goosebumps thinking about it. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That's what I can say.